All right, this is going to be the first of my rants. So I got called out by Dork Dad Sam. We're going to talk about, this is the closest I've been to the camera, but we're going to talk about Spider-Men. Because, oh my goodness, there's another Spider-Man coming out. So, first off, Marvel, take a break. All right, I know there's live action shows coming up. Some, I'm excited for WandaVision. I am interested about Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But, after Infinity War, Infinity War was pretty good. I really liked it. My problem, though, was that Endgame, same amount of characters, it kind of fell flat for me. It's just the cliffhangers, a lot of the cliffhangers from Infinity War, I'll talk about this later, did not get paid off. The Hulk was disappointing. Thor was a joke. An annoying, repetitive joke. The way they handled all the characters in Infinity War, I thought was fine. By the time Endgame came around, I was like, okay, let's get this over with. And I knew a lot of them were leaving their roles, so I was just like, let them have their final moments. Tony Stark, R.I.P., and we can move on. I mean, we've been in this since 2008. Marvel movies in general, you're talking about the X-Men, 2000, first Spider-Man. I'm not going to Google the dates, but that was a long time ago. All right, 20-something years. So now we are deciding to do the same thing with what was a side character in the MCU that they have decided to give his own movies, and they're still going. Look at these three jokers up here. These guys. They're going to add all three of them into the last movie. I don't even know if that's confirmed. I don't know. Again, I'm not looking this up. Honestly, I'm just reacting to Sam's video. But, I like Tobey Maguire. I like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man more so than the rest. I have to say I've not seen the Amazing Spider-Man, but apparently I haven't missed anything. But let's see. Let's go over to Spider-Man movies. The first one I remember was a very coming of age Spider-Man movie. He has to figure things out, and he's all on his own, unlike the new Spider-Man. It's like, I guess the Tom Holland one, he figured things out, but that was like off screen, and then Iron Man recruited him, drafted him into the Avengers. Anyway, back to the original Spider-Man trilogy. First one was good. Second one, it's kind of like, it reminds me of a Batman type problem where he's like, he has to come to grips with living his life, but being a superhuman being, having to tell MJ who he is. I don't remember if he did that in the first movie, but it's like he has someone he cares for, and he has to tell him or tell her, I'm a supernatural being. Supernatural? Superhuman, whatever. Third Spider-Man movie, I don't care. The only one that has the ending of the trilogy. That movie was, I could go on about that. Cringy to watch. I did not like the Venom casting. I did not like the cheesiness, over the top cheese. But whatever. And then the trilogy was done, and they decided to resurrect it. Like I said, I have not seen The Amazing Spider-Man. I don't care. I have a problem with. I enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse, but when you continuously recast a character, how many times are you gonna? It's like the Bruce Wayne thing. How many times are you gonna show his parents dying? We get it. We know what happened. You could. I mean, just put that on a Star Wars screen crawl and text, and that's good enough for every new Batman movie. Now, new Spider-Man. Okay, like I said, so this is Tom Holland. Tom Holland Spider-Man, more like an Iron Spider-Man. And the character, the actor playing the character works great. Awkward little high schooler, right? Over the story though. And the first one was him, he got recruited by Iron Man, and then he had to learn how to deal with things on his own. And Michael Keaton killed that role. So thank you for him. I mean, bringing the Vulture in, I didn't know how that would work. His suit of whatever, flight was very practical, huge, because he had to fly, but I don't know. The actor was good. The villain was good. Very self-contained by the second half of the movie, when it's just that Spider-Man and the Vulture. All right. So I was like, meh, that's good. As a nice little filler for the MCU. I saw the second movie, and it just felt like, even with Tony Stark being gone, he's living in the shadow of, how do I fill in for Tony Stark? The answer to that question is you don't. And the other answer is, why don't you just be Spider-Man? Spider-Man, where do I point here? The original, and that's the only one I can point to because he's the closest, had to figure this out all on his own. Now it's like Tom Holland Spider-Man is figuring it out on his own again. But now Doctor Strange is going to be coming in as a mentor type figure. And I'm disappointed that Peter Parker cannot have a movie where he is trying, like, how many mentors do you need? I mean, I guess it's only two. I guess Luke had Obi-Wan and Yoda, but I mean, who did Spider-Man have the first movie? Uncle Ben? That was it? I guess they're going to try to do a Spider-Verse. Like Sam said, it will be bloated. And I liked the Into the Spider-Verse. And they did a good job, I feel, with kind of like who the original Peter Parker is. This one I'm not feeling it. It's like they're doing it again. I don't know. We'll see. I'll watch it, I guess. I think it's time to make dinner. That's my ride for now. Also, Tom Holland is not the best Spider-Man. Sorry, Sam.